You are listening to the Project Management Podcast at pm-podcast.com, and we are coming to you live from the 2016 PMI Global Congress in sunny Southern California in San Diego. And with me today is Suketu Nagrecha. You are the 2016 chair of the PMI Education Foundation. Did I get that right?
Absolutely, you did get that right.
Hello, Suketu. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Yeah. So can you give us a high-level overview of PMI-EF, the PMI Educational Foundation? What does the organization do?
So the PMI-EF was founded in 1990, and it's a philanthropic arm of PMI. And it's a separately incorporated organization than the PMI, and we leverage project management for social good. So that's our primary objective. And the way we go about it is we achieve our vision and mission through three different pillars, as we call it in our organization, is a PM knowledgeable youth, PM capable nonprofits, and PM ready workforce. So we have three different arenas that we work through, and that's how we try to get our programs done.
Okay. Your role as the chair, what exactly do you do?
So this is a board of directors that I'm on with PMI-EF, and we have a responsibility for setting a strategic direction. And we also have fiduciary responsibilities and performance of the organization that we monitor as a board of directors.
Okay, and then you also have an executive team, I assume.
The executive team is our staff team. They actually carry out the programs in detail that the board set the direction for.
Okay. So the mission of PMI-EF, where do we stand here? What is the mission?
Okay, so for the mission, and I'll read out the mission word by word, is to inspire and empower people to realize their potential and transform their lives and their communities through the use of project management knowledge. And we feel that this mission strongly represents the work of our foundation.
Yeah, and it ties back nicely with the project management for social good, I think.
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah. And what is the relationship between PMI and PMI-EF these days? It was founded as a separate philanthropic organization.
So both PMI and PMI-EF, they focus on the value, application, and practice of project management, and both support the PMI's strategic plan. The PMI, they view project management as a professional competency, and then they focus on the members, their employers, and 51 million practitioners across the globe. Whereas PMI-EF, they view project management as a life skill, career skill, or learning skill for everyone in the society. So we like to say that 7 billion people are our stakeholders as compared to 51 million that PMI looks after.
You have a big challenge.
Absolutely, we do. And we love getting their project management out to them.
Yeah. So we know PMI supports the PMI-EF. How many other organizations around the world, do you have a number for us? How many other big organizations and small organizations support you?
There are all the PMI chapters, registered education providers. So our programs actually run through all these organizations. There are a number of other big organizations. They do support. They donate us their time or in cash donation, which help carry out our PMI-EF programs. I would instead of naming few and then leaving out
Absolutely.
few, I would definitely say that if you go to our website, you will see the list of all the donors, our major donors. And at the same time, I don't want to miss out the individual donors because we have a lot of individual donors. They actually contribute from a very small amount to a significantly large amount, and which helps us PMI-EF carry out our mission and vision.
And what is the total amount of scholarships and grants and awards that PMI-EF hands out and gives out each year?
So we about $500,000 is our scholarships that we have given out in recent years. When it comes to grants, it's over $1 million grants that we have given out to a number of organizations across the world.
Okay. Our listeners, they are all project management practitioners around the world, so they want to know how PMI-EF can help them through scholarships, grants, and awards. Let's look at these three categories, maybe with some example. But before we do that, everyone and anyone can apply for a scholarship, a grant, or an award, right?
Absolutely. Anyone can apply for the PMI EF scholarships. When it comes to grant, typically we have worked with 501c3 organization in US, and any equivalent charitable organization in different countries, they have a different code. So anything that equivalent, those typically apply for the grants. But we will look at, definitely, if somebody applies, we'll look at what the organization is, and if everything looks good, then we would be happy to work with them.
And just to be absolutely clear, I do not have to be a PMI member. I do not have to have a PMI certification. Anyone.
Absolutely anyone. You don't have to be a member of PMI or certified in order to apply for a scholarship.
Okay, so with that out of the way, let's take a look at these three areas, the type of scholarships that you have. First, you offer scholarships for someone who is brand new to project management.
We do have a lot of scholarships, and there are some scholarships there are professional development scholarships. And anybody who is new to project management, they can utilize those scholarships to learn project management. So we do have different kind of scholarships.
Mm-hmm. And what about financial assistance for college, university degrees in project management, things like that?
So there are some scholarships. They do work with the actual college-related scholarships that we have. So if you applicant is interested, they can go on our website, and all of the scholarships are listed there and where they can be utilized. So there are some might be specific to a specific registered education provider, while as some are very open. They can take the funds and then actually utilize it for a project management course. As long as it's a project management course, they can utilize those scholarships.
Right. And when you say project management course, are we also talking about certification preparation? Because many of our listeners may want to become PMP certified, for example.
Again, there are, depending on how the criteria are for the scholarship, the donors' wishes are, there are some scholarships which are available that applicant can use it for actually getting the certification or learn project management in order to get certification done. Now, we don't necessarily pay for actual certification fees,
right,
but the learning of the project management in order to prepare for the exam, that they can definitely do.
Right. So if any of our listeners out there have any kind of thought and thinking, oh, I want to do this, I want to be taught here, I want to learn something here, but, I can't really afford it, then going to the website, looking at what's available, and then applying for a particular scholarship, that would be really the way to go for
that
them.
Will be the really way to go, because then once they go to the website, they will see the variety of scholarships available, some in their specific area that they can apply for, whereas some as a global scholarships that they can apply for, and they can find what suits their requirement, and they can apply for from the website directly.
What about those project managers who are already certified and who are looking to earn PDUs? Do you have any PDU scholarships?
So we have professional development scholarships available with many of our scholarships that are actually, they can utilize those to earn going through the project management courses and get PDUs for those. Most of our REP, registered education provider scholarships, they are already PDU ready, so they can go through those and definitely get more PDUs.
Okay. And then next to the scholarship, what is the exact difference between the scholarships and the grants?
So the scholarships are more individuals that they apply for, and then they learn to improve their own career skills or life skills. Whereas the grants are more programs where it's for the students or teachers training in school or maybe out of school. And worldwide organizations, for example, disaster management, non-profits. So those are the ones that typically apply for grants. So that at a high level, I would say that would be a difference where one is more used for programs versus other is used more for individual level.
Okay, and who should apply for the grants? Who is your target audience there?
Typically, we have worked with organizations who have a 501c3 status in US, or anything equivalent charitable status in their specific country. So we have worked with them in the past, and again, if some nonprofits are interested, then they can let us know, and then we can see if the goal matches, then definitely we'll work with them.
Last night we had the awards ceremony, the awards gala. You were on stage and you handed out a number of awards to various people. Tell us about the various awards that the PMI Educational Foundation offers.
So yesterday we handed out 7 different awards in different categories. But I would highlight the one new award that we started this year, and that's community advancement through project management in various categories. So that's a very new award for us. And again, we have a list of all the awards on our website, and people can look at that and then see if they qualify. They can definitely apply for those awards. I also want to highlight the application for 2017 community advancement through project management applications are going to open on November 1st. So if anyone feels that they are ready for application, then November 1st is a timeline. They should definitely put it on their calendar.
Right. Okay. So my assumption, most of our listeners, they are probably going to be interested in receiving a scholarship or a grant. So we've mentioned the website a few times already. That's the place to go for either of those, right?
That's the place to go, because then that will help you see all the variety that's available, and individuals or the organization can choose which right application that they have to fill out. At the same time, if they don't find something that directly matches to what they're looking for, they can always send an email through our website. The email is on our website, and then our staff can contact them back, and we can start a communication with them to see what fits, what are they looking for, and what if that matches to what EF can do for them, then we can try and get that project going.
And once I have applied for a scholarship or a grant, what is the process that gets started in the background? Who decides whether I am qualified or not?
So each of the scholarships on our website lists the criteria that will be applied to that particular scholarships. And then we also have independent panel of judges. They review all the applications. So once we receive all the applications, we send this to the independent reviewers, and they match the criteria to ensure that the donor's wishes are fulfilled through the application, and that's how they get awarded.
Okay. You mentioned the words project management for social good a couple of times, and I'd like to take a closer look at that now. What is project management for social good?
So at high level, I would say that organizations can provide a better service by utilizing the project management. And when it comes to the individuals, they can make their life better by application of project management as learning as a life skill. On nonprofit side, we like to say that we want to magnify the power of nonprofits and non-government organizations, NGOs, in delivering their mission through the application of project management. So they become more efficient, they become more effective in what they do, and that helps through the application of project management.
Right. Basically, taking project management and helping your community to become better.
Absolutely.
In 2015, I attended the PMI EF reception for the first time. I was allowed to bring a guest. My guest, he was so impressed by the program, by everybody he met. He was going to talk to his company and say, we have to start becoming a donor to PMI EF. And let's assume that our listeners now are really inspired. They want to become a donor. Where do they go? How does one become a donor?
So you go to our website and you will see a donate now button, and you click that and make your donation.
What about corporate donations?
So corporate donations, they have a different variety of them. So for that, I would recommend sending an email through our staff, and then the staff can work with the corporate donors and explain them what's available, and then corporation and the staff can make the right choice at the donation level that the corporations can make.
And we've mentioned the website a few times already, but I don't think we've mentioned what it is. It is pmief.org, right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. What do you get for being a donor?
You definitely help. If you look at what all the achievements we have done, and there are some stories on our website that you can go through, or we also have a newsletter that you can subscribe to, and you see the stories of how people's lives have changed. And that all is made possible by your donations, or the viewers' donation, or the listeners' donations. So that's a big satisfaction on what your donations are accomplishing, not only in US, but throughout the world. And that's a big big difference. And as a donor, I personally feel very proud and satisfied that my donors are at work and really making lives change for a lot of people in this world. So it's a major satisfaction for me as a donor.
Right, and I'm a donor as well, and I also got a very nice pin here that I'm wearing on my suit right now. Is PMI-EF looking for volunteers? PMI does a lot with volunteers. What about the Educational Foundation?
So our programs are more actually applied or executed in the PMI world, in the PMI chapters, and through the nonprofits in various communities. So they always look for volunteers to execute these programs. So if you tell us that these are which area, which geography you are interested in working with, our staff can let you know what programs are going on in those areas, and we can then associate you with that organization, and then they can let you know what volunteer opportunities are available. But it always helps to have more volunteers to spread the programs that we are doing.
And many of our listeners are going to be leaders in their chapters, presidents, program managers, etc. If they would like to have some community outreach and have a program in their own community to help their community, is PMI-EF there as well to help them support that?
Yeah, definitely. The PMI-EF, we have many resources available free of cost on our website, and many chapters use those resources to provide pro bono services within their communities. So the chapters can look at the resources available, and if there is something specific they are looking for, they can contact us, and we can make sure that they have the right resources for the program that they are trying to implement in their communities.
Excellent. So here is my encouragement to all the listeners out there. Don't just think what the PMI-EF can do for you by applying to a scholarship or a grant, but if you are a member of your local PMI chapter, then help PMI-EF and help them to do project management for social good in your own community. To close our interview, can you show us how the PMI Educational Foundation has helped a project management practitioner out there and made an impact on his or her life?
Absolutely. There is one recent example I can share that I came across very recently. And again, before I go into that, we do have stories on our website. So the one I'm going to share, but there are many more. And the newsletter, always a monthly newsletter, we do share our stories with. But there is one gentleman, he got a scholarship, the PMI-EF scholarship, and he's from Nigeria. And he got his PMP and also got a scholarship at the same time in the same year. And then he used his scholarship to attend a risk management online course. And he learned a lot about risk management. He got into a career into project management. So obviously that helped him get a good job. But he didn't stop there. He started looking at this more and more, and then he identified that within Nigeria, there are a lot of people are interested in learning about project management. And due to the cost reason, travel cost and other actual course cost, people could not learn project management. So he actually founded a company, and then he and his colleagues developed various programs, courses in the project management. And they now are training a lot more people within Nigeria, and then getting them to learn. And obviously that's helping all those individuals make their lives better. So he did send out a communication to us recently, which thanking PMI-EF, saying that how their scholarships actually now not only helped him, but now helping hundreds of other Nigerians in order to get their lives better and get more job opportunities make available. So that's one of the stories, how the one scholarship changed not only one person's life, but in turn helped many others now. And again, there are many other stories that on our website we do continue to get updates, and we do publish those.
Wonderful. Suketu, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this interview, and thank you very much for, it's a pleasure being here. Thank you.